Well, I think I finally got the little Indian back wheel straightened out. We got the 4-inch rim. We got a new sprocket. We got a spacer kit. So it's nice and sanitary looking. I'm just wondering if, you know, if a bearing should go on here. Since I sort of don't have an extra one, I guess I can add that later on. That's probably right, but unfortunately, I mean, this is considered a new sprocket with these scratches on it. I didn't put the scratches on it. It came that way. And what can you do? It's the way things are today. Okay, well, we got something screwed up here. Probably the way I cut the bushings before. Or something's got to change here. You can see the bushing. I don't have any bushing on the other side, just on this side right now. They were pretty much congruent as far as the size of the bushing. If I bring it all the way over here, I mean, the bolts are just about gonna hit. Meaning, like, maybe that bushing is just a little bit short. But, you know, I'm looking at the wheel straight down. And it looks to me like it still should be over to the drive side a little bit. But I'm not sure. I gotta ponder this a little bit and figure out what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna mount the engine that was on it, so I can get a better idea of where the chain should be, what is straight, etc. So I'm going to mount that 3 horsepower that I had. Okay, I slapped the engine on. It's loose, not tightened down. Threw the clutch on, that's loose. Just to look at the alignment. You can see it will work out. I just got to get the bushing right. The bushing I made is about a 1/4 inch. Maybe a little more than a 1/4 inch short. So I think I can remedy that. It's looking pretty good, I think. I kind of like the way the silver engine looks on it too. So, and with a black sprocket, I was thinking of, like, you know, going with white parts like white hand grips and white foot pegs or foot peg rubbers, but I think I might go all black now. Okay, I just noticed I really put these in backwards. So I'm going to take them out and change it, deflate the tire a little bit, and just turn them around. Well, that looks better, and it took no time at all to do. It was easier to do it this way than the other way. Awesome, like it never happened. Okay. So I found this in my batch of newly acquired parts. And it might work well with this setup here. What I'm thinking of is this can hold the cable right there. Clamp it like that. And then the cable will come down. I'm sorry, this is so low. Cable will come down here and hitch onto this and up and down like this. And that goes to the governor, and the governor actuates the throttle. I like the idea very much. How do you like that? It screws right into a self-existing hole, a pre-existing hole. It was right there. Screw it in with my great uncle's screwdriver. Isn't that something? Metal all the way through with 2 wooden handles on the side. Well, I need a cable stop, so I decided to try to make one myself. I took this nut and bolt and I flattened out an edge, and I'm hoping to be able to drill a hole through it so the cable can pass through. Then I can pinch it with a nut and bolt and a washer. Yeah, we got through it, a little off center, but it'll do. I gotta make the hole a little bit bigger. That's a bigger hole. It's getting pretty close to the edge there. Might break, I guess we'll find out. If it breaks, then we'll just make a better one. Okay, and of course that cable stop was for the Ruttman here. What we need to do is we're going to use this unit here. We're just going to modify it. I already have the cable hitched up. It's going to come down. It's going to attach to this. Haven't figured out how yet. But this is, I got to attach a spring to this over to the governor so that when the throttle comes up, it pulls the governor arm over, which opens the throttle, but it still lets the governor work. So I got a spring. This spring was on there. I kind of rebent it. I don't know if it's the right length or whatever, but you got to start somewhere. So I'm going to put this in and see what things look like. All right, I know it's kind of dark in there, but I got the spring across, and there's many places to attach a spring to the governor, but I just put it kind of low there and attach it to the arm over here. And that should work fine. I'm going to have to put a return spring though on this to get the cable back, which will put something down here, which should be easy too. So let me see if I can make that cable stop work. I'm going to have to cut up this arm here. I think I'm going to bend it so the cable, and drill a hole so the cable can go through it, and then put that cable stop underneath that. So also in the meantime, I'm thinking about this big goofy choke control. Hey, it works great. It does. But I want to put an air filter on it. Obviously it's going to need one. And I'm thinking, you know, I was thinking of maybe putting on a different lever, you know, just one of the old-fashioneds, but you know, if you just take this stuff off and you just leave this thing, just that piece, that'll work just fine too. Maybe I'll make a little custom cover for it or something like that, but I got to find a way also to put a filter on it. And I have some old filters, housings I should say, and I got to see if they will work on this. So I'm going to pull that off and see what I got. Okay, I'm looking in the bag of Tecumseh air filter crap I got from that my big haul about a month ago. So I don't really know what I got, but I could probably make this work. But look at the reduction in size of the holes. Make a difference? I mean, I got to get something on there, at least for the meantime, but look at, almost hits the back wheel too. If it goes back any further, probably collect all the mud right inside there. Let me see what else I got in here. Everything looks about the same. Kind of like lawnmower stuff. So there is a little problem with this, that the choke hits it. At least I think it hits it. Yeah. The choke, the whatchamacallit, just hits the inside here. So there's also a rubber O-ring that goes around here, which I certainly have that, but I could go with a gasket, I guess, if I bore this out, which is what I might do. Oh, you know, maybe this air filter went up like this, then it wouldn't have to be so close to the rear wheel. Haha. Yeah, now you're thinking. Well, I can't find any screws that'll work with this depth. These are the ones that were holding in that choke assembly. So I'm boring these out a little bit in here. I know I'm going to lose a little bit of strength, but so be it. I got nothing else. But I got another one of these if I ever do find the right screws. They're just, they're kind of a fine thread. And everything I got is a little more coarse than that. It just doesn't feel right. That should be enough to grab it. And it looks like there's still plenty of support. Yeah, that'll work for now. Enough clearance and stuff. We'll get a new filter for it. Looks like the choke is fully functional. You can feel it just kind of touching that the rubber plastic, but it works okay. So I just picked this bolt at random, but it does fit right in this groove here, and it rides up and down kind of nice. Now if I put the cable through and I pinch it, then this can ride up and down on it, right? And then just hitch a spring from here to here for the return. Might work really well. So we're back to our JB Weld experiment on the throttle. This is a throttle that is actually for the Ruttman, and this is the only piece that's broken on it. It's like the inside that the throttle runs on, so that it kind of just stays in position. I think I got pretty good shape on it. I'm gonna smooth some of this blobby crap out so it doesn't look so bad. It's not too bad. Might work. I think it'll work. Harley Davidson on a Ruttman. I think that should work out. I'm just trying to get looping up the cable a little bit because it's really crusty. Get some oil drops down in there, and hopefully that will free up, and then I can